What's up guys, Domo here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks or just some things you probably never knew about Fortnite or some things that can help you win in Fortnite, and I'm going to compare some of the things in this game to PUBG. And if you guys do happen to enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell notification on the side so you'll be notified whenever I upload. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, 1. When moving from one location or building to the next, avoid running out in the open if you can help it. Buildings or cliffs can help you avoid being spotted. If you're caught unprepared in someone else's sights, you're going to be gone in a matter of seconds. Like, they can melt you pretty quick. Even if you reach the safe circle, don't assume other players are also there. There's more people running into the circle from the outside than there are people actually inside the circle. Choose carefully where you want to drop at the start of the match. You always want to know where you're going to go. So if you don't know where you're going, you can easily just pull up the map by hitting up on the D-pad, and you can look and you can mark somewhere on the map with R2 or the LB button on the Xbox or LT. If you see a player or hear gunshots nearby, carefully weigh up whether you should approach, as you could easily be outgunned or outnumbered. On the flip side, you can also approach the end of the firefight where all the other people are injured. The reward of taking on other players could be valuable weapons and ammo, but this could also mean the end of your turn. So it's either you kill them or they kill you. Another tip is headphones are essential for this game. You want to be able to hear anything that is going on around you. You want to be able to hear the footsteps. You want to be able to hear the gunshots. You want to be able to just hear everything, Weapons and resources spawn in buildings and structures, and like PUBG, appears more frequently in populated areas. This doesn't immediately mean you should go there, because there's more likely other players there doing the same thing. But you need to think about it, like, should I really go in to get this weapon, or should I just leave this here and go somewhere else? Routes to a destination are varied, because you might run into a couple fights on the way depending on like how long you've been in the game. Like earlier in the game, you might run into, if you're playing solo or squads, you might run into a couple teams. So you never know what you're going to get into. So always have more than one plan or one like place that you know you're going to go, because nothing always goes according to plan. Is closing the door behind you when you're into buildings. When you'll learn to do this when you play the game for a couple times, for a couple hours, because if you shut the doors, you shut all the doors, and if you shut all the doors and you hear a door open, you know that if you're not in the squad, it has to be someone else in the house. So I recommend you crouch with the L1 button or LB or LT on the Xbox. I'm not sure. I play on PlayStation. You crouch and you try to listen to where they're coming from and have like a shotgun or some other weapon ready, so once they open the door or they engage you without knowing you're there, you just gun them down instantly. You ideally want weapons with range, because being able to pick people off from a distance is way better than risking it up close. So you want like guns like shotguns, submachine guns, handguns for up close fights, rifles for mid-range fights, and snipers for distance. Healing items like bandages, med kits, shield potions, they're rare, but if you could find any, be sure to pick them up, because you never know when you'll need them. You can't go prone in Fortnite. So you can't just lay down in the long grass or like slowly crawl to a building. It's not going to happen. Moving in this game is much louder than PUBG. It's helpful to learn where your enemies are coming from, but it's also helpful for the enemies to know where you're coming from if you're running. But sprinting would also leave a dust trail behind you, so it'll let the enemies know what direction you're running in. So keep that in mind. Sprinting makes you more visible to other players. Bullets have tracers in Fortnite, so you shoot somebody and you miss, it's pretty easy for them to figure out which direction the bullet came from. If you see a pile of tires, you could walk into the pile of tires and they'll spring you up to the air. This to help out, like, you know, in like getting out of the situation. Like, you can throw the enemy off by just walking onto the tires and springing yourself up. You won't really see them too often, but they're there in certain buildings or like the barn and stuff like that. You might run into a couple of them. Let's see. If you don't know where the safe circle is, you can hit up on a D-pad and bring up the whole map, and you can look there. There are no vehicles in Fortnite, so the map is a lot smaller compared to other games like H1Z1 and PUBG. So it, like, you always have enough time to get into the safe circle as long as you already have it planned out. Like, you don't want to wait till last second to start running, because the circle will close in. Well, the storm will close in faster than you can sprint, so you can't outrun it. But you can survive inside the storm for a while. You cannot. What was I gonna say? You can't just decide that, oh, I'm just going to stay in the storm. Now, some people do use this as a tactic. Like, they'll stay in the storm, and like if they have like a bunch of bandages and medkits, but while the storm is pushing in, your health drains like 1 HP per second. But when a storm circle stops, it drains like 2 to 5 HP per second. So if you want to use like the storm as your little like a lot of people like camping on the edge of the map. So if you're going to be one of those people, be prepared to, you know, have those medkits ready. Weapon and ammo glow and float in the air, so it makes it a lot easier for you to see it from a distance. So the weapons come in colors from gray being the lowest, and orangish gold being the best. So if you see like a gold weapon drop on an enemy body you killed or inside a house, you know, you wanna think about it, like, is it really worth going to get this gun right here, right this moment, or should I wait it out, you know, see if someone else is going to come in? Because more likely if someone else sees it, they'll go in for it. You can wait for them to get it and drop them instantly. Like, I use this as my own tactic. Like, if I'm later in the game, I'll be hiding in a bush. When I'm in the bush, if someone runs past me, I'll gun them down, and I won't touch any of their loot. I'll leave it there, because more likely someone else is going to run up and see the loot on the ground and think, oh, someone just left it. You can use that as bait to pick up more kills, or just pick off other players. Now, when you're playing in squads, a lot of squads do this as a little trick. Like, when you take down one of their teammates, you leave them there. You don't just finish them off, because more likely they're going to crawl towards their other teammates, or they're going to crawl somewhere safe and wait for one of their teammates to revive them, giving you the chance to pick them off. So, like, you can use other loot, like use loot and weapons as bait. The colors of the weapon obviously tell you how good they are. You can also get weapons and resources from treasure chests. They have treasure chests. You can hear them if they're inside a building or a structure that you're at. If you hear them, you know, you can even like use the building mechanics to build a ramp up to it, or, you know, break the wall down nearby. But if you break the structure underneath that chest, the chest will break itself too, so don't do that. Weapons work much differently than PUBG. There are no separate attachment where weapons come in already equipped with scopes. Other modifiers are already attached. Each weapon has 5 different grades of rarity. If you play Destiny, it's like the same exact color scheme. There's no customization. Appearances are randomized every game. Progression or no leveling or currency or loot boxes. So you're just playing for fun. Stats and leaderboards are coming soon. We don't have an exact date yet. And like PUBG, solo players teaming up is not allowed. If you team up and you get caught, you will be banned. Not no temporary ban, you're permanently banned. They said it themselves. And Unlike PUBG, there are no plans for first person in Fortnite currently. That's all the tips I have for you guys. If you guys did happen to enjoy the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the sub button and hit the bell notification on the side. Leave a comment down below telling me what other kind of videos you want to see in the future. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.